Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our NFL Week 4 preview between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Patriots.
The Falcons are coming off a tough loss in Miami last week, and despite their 1-2 record, I still believe this is a very good football team, and they actually match up well versus New England. Now, coming into this ballgame versus the Patriots, I'll look for the Falcons to widen out that defense and attack the slot corners of New England. I think that's where the battle can be won on offense. And on defense, we always talk about getting pressure on Tom Brady. This time around, they don't have the receivers to threaten you deep down the field, so I think the Falcons can get more aggressive, can get more creative in their stunts up front and their blitz packages from the linebackers and even some corners. So I think they can get pressure on Tom Brady and disrupt what the Patriots want to do offensively. Now let's move over to the Patriots in this ballgame, and when you look at their defense right off the bat, you see a team that can get off the field, but they have problems stopping the run, and I'm pretty sure the Falcons will come in and try to run downhill versus this Patriots front seven, so they're going to have an outstanding game in order to win versus Atlanta. Now offensively, we know about the lack of quote-unquote receiving options for the Patriots. I think what they're going to have to do this week versus Atlanta is utilize their aggressiveness against them. So look for a lot more screen passes to the running backs, a lot more slip screens to the receivers in the slot, and also you may even see a tight end screen over the middle. I think that's how they're going to have to calm that aggressiveness of the Falcons this week out there in Foxborough. The X factor for the Falcons will be their cornerbacks. If they can hold their own on the edges, it's going to allow the Falcons to be creative with their safeties, and I think that's what they want to do this week versus New England. So the Falcons' young corners, Robert Alford and Desmond Trufant, will have to hold their own out there on the flanks versus those Patriots wide receivers. The X factor for the Patriots will be their run defense. Right now, they're giving up over 140 yards a game on the ground, and I know the Falcons don't have Steven Jackson, but I actually think they're productive without him, with both guys in the backfield, and Jaquiz Rodgers and Jason Snelling. So if the run defense is not where it needs to be this week versus Atlanta, they can run the football up and down the field. And here are some coaching points for both teams in this ballgame. For the Falcons, I would look at Jaquiz Rodgers' inside run. I think this guy can get it done on the interior this week versus the Patriots. So I would look for more inside zone, more gap plays to take advantage of that defensive front of New England. And you want to trust your personnel on defense and send extra at Tom Brady. Trust your corners to man up one-on-one versus those wide receivers, and you can get creative in your blitz and pressure packages. And finally, the Falcons have to finish, whether that's drives in the red zone, whether that's drives going into halftime or ending the game or coming out of halftime or entering a new quarter. They have to learn to finish in order to be successful moving forward. And for New England in this ballgame, you want to dictate the tempo of the game. I think New England is better suited to play that up-tempo style, and it forces the Falcons to adjust on the fly. So I think that plays to the advantage of the Patriots and what they do well. And you want to force Matt Ryan to throw into tight windows. Here's a guy that's not going to stand in the face of pressure. Throw off that time and get aggressive with those wide receivers, force him to throw into tight windows, and I think they can be successful. And openers are key. I just made the point for the Falcons to finish, but I think it's equally as important for the Patriots to open drives, open quarters, open halves as strong as they finish. So I think they're going to have to open the game very well while the Falcons have to finish. I like the Patriots in this ballgame. I think this game will be won along the offensive line, and I like what the Patriots have up front protecting Tom Brady more so than I like what the Falcons have protecting Matt Ryan. So I think the Patriots will win this ballgame, and I do believe the Falcons match up very well versus New England, so it will be close, but I will have to take the Patriots at home. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Patriot fan forums and Falcon fan forums for always showing football game plan support.